Well, when I was young, when was I young? Was I young? There was young?
I
Let me
thought you're
think.
young now.
Thank you. Thank you so much. You please me. You may stay. When I was young, the first role I ever did was Tiny Tim, I think, in The Christmas Carol. And I was kind of stoked on how I made everyone laugh. And I also got to play and I suppose you shouldn't really make someone laugh when you're playing Tiny Tim because he's a kid with the illness and everything. You should probably make people weep, but I didn't notice that.
It's
And
terrible.
I was also the kid who got to say, "Why, it's Christmas Day, sir," to Scrooge. And yeah, that was probably it. That was probably so. I didn't want to be a voice actor because I didn't know that that possibility existed.
Yeah.
But I wanted to be an actor. And because I actually, I was one. I was never not an actor. I was always doing voices and pretending to be other people and pretending I could speak other languages and not realizing that everybody knew that wasn't true at all.
Who wants to be themselves anyway? It's so overrated.
There are some mature people who are holding down the fort. I've heard that. However, I've noticed that more and more people seem to want to play and be in the fantastic than when I was growing up. Or I don't know if that's just that I've just changed. My social circles have changed so much that now everybody just wants to muck about. Because it seemed like when I was growing up, everybody was dead serious, and I was the only one who was a total menace. So,
Oh my gosh, I know what you're saying.
yeah.
Let's see here. How old were you when you got into voice acting? I think you answered this.
When I got into voice acting as
Yes.
opposed to stage acting, well, I don't know, mid-20s, mid-20s, I guess. Yeah. The first things I did were kind of, I think Ewoks was the very first cartoon I did.
Ewoks?
Yeah, the spin-off from Star Wars, that thingy.
Really?
Yeah, I think it's because I had on my resume that I spoke Zulu, which was too. It's true. I could say several things. I could say, "Ngicela sikhathi." What time is it? There's a kind of sort of not nothing really too conversational, but I had it on my resume, and I think in the Star Wars movie, the initial one, the language the Ewoks spoke was a sort of a hybrid of a bunch of languages, and Zulu was one of them. I don't know, something ridiculous like that, and that's how I got my first. Why don't you go and see these people? And then we didn't speak, any language. We said things like "yep nub."
No, wait. Zulu is an actual language.
Yes,
That
Zulu
is so awesome.
a language. You did not know that Zulu was a language. You thought someone made that up, or it was just the last name of someone in Star Trek?
I thought you just came up with a name like I speak Zulu. You know? I was like, wait, on a resume, a made up language? Wait, I think it's real. That is so awesome. I want to learn Zulu.
Well, strictly speaking, the language is Sizulu, if we're going to be exact, and the people are Amazulu, and so that's
I'm
a
gonna,
tiny fact.
I'm gonna say Zulu about 5 more times today, just because I feel epic when saying it. Zulu. Anyway,
Awesome.
let me see here. Oh, and then you kind of answered my next question. What are a few of your first projects? Oh yeah, on the same brainwaves.
So Alf, I remember as being one of them. Alf was one of the first cartoons I did. Beetlejuice with the lovely and talented Tara Strong.
Oh really?
Yeah, so
Who are you in Beetlejuice?
I think the character's name was Prudence. I was a little kind of beautiful dead thing kind of person.
Oh, I kind of remember that character.
Yeah.
That was an
You know
awesome
what?
show.
It's very hard for me as I think I told you, I find it quite hard to remember voices that I've done and even characters I've done for a long time. And I went to Vegas recently, and Tara Strong was there. She was doing Anime Vegas, and I dropped in to have tea with her and watched her work the crowd there. And she remembers voices that she did like 20 years ago with perfect clarity, and she can do them again. She remembers the lines.
Oh.
I think that's supernatural. It's just it's weird.
Yeah, I mean, we're not testing you, so.
Because you know what? If you try to, I will make you do the voice before, just to jog my memory. I'll be like, all right, come on, bring it on, Deimos Foxx.
Deimos Foxx, yes.
And Deimos Foxx. Now, what does that have a significance for you? It sounds like a Greek private detective.
Well, I was in the furry fandom, and I loved cartoons, and mostly Bugs Bunny and Daffy Duck, and so I'm like, last name was Foxx. And the first name was, it's like, I got to find a name. And I'm like, Deimos. Father is, Ares, the god of war. And mother is Aphrodite, the goddess of love, come together and form Deimos Foxx. And I'm like, awesome.
Awesome.
Well,
I like that. That's good.
So, because, I mean, I'd rather have that than like Richard, because that's not too extravagant. But enough about me. You're the excellent one here.
Shut up. Everything's excellent. We're all excellent here. There's no more excellent.
I know. We're awesome. High five. Wait.
Wacha.
Wacha. There we go. We got it. Let me see here. Swing. All right. Let me see. Do you have any formal schooling or degree?
I have a degree. I have a Bachelor of Arts. I went to theater school for 3 years. Mm-hmm. Be that tomato. Breathing exercises. And I played all kinds of, usually characters that were way older than me, which I liked. I liked to play women with mustaches. And I did. And yeah, I was taught by 1 year by the famous actor John Neville. I don't know if you know him. Theater actor Baron Munchausen. Stuff like
that. Okay, yeah, very interesting. Let me see here. So the forming school, the theater school, going through my notes, because you will be tested.
Oh.
No, I'm kidding.
Oh, crap.
Let me see here. For you, what aspect of being a voice actress is the most difficult?
Well, when you've gone to an audition and you've started off a character with like a voice like blah, 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 and then you have to carry that on for a whole series and you shred your throat. And you realize I should have done something simpler. That's grim. But other than that, it's not rocket science. I know there are those who make it out to be terribly difficult. But it isn't terribly difficult. It's not. It's compared to what film actors go through or stage actors for no gratification whatsoever except their own self-love, which can be considerable. It's pretty simple.
Awesome. Well, everybody makes it frightening. I mean, they're like, we're voice actors. We're so terrifying. And then everybody's like, we love you. Bowing to you.
Oh dear.
Tabitha, I just need to say, I adore you.
Well, thank you. And if I knew you better, I think I'd probably adore you too. I have an adore door. I tend to adore people.
Adore? Oh, I thought you meant like adore door.
I will have a door as well.
I want an adore door.
Huh. Yeah. I tend to just like people, just because I just do.
I have to say, though, your voice reminds me of, like, Andrea Littman. Did you know this?
What now?
Do you know that your natural speaking voice sounds like a 24-year-old?
Well, I mean, for a year, I was a 24-year-old, and
Really?
then for subsequent years, I didn't really kind of grow up until I was heinously old, and I mean, I was already like flipping at the very very old end of the spectrum when I was playing Little Red Riding Hood in Into the Woods, sometimes Into the Woods, and I actually used to have nightmares about wearing those little girls' dresses and getting older and older and still wearing a little girl's frock. So yeah.
Well, I gotta tell you that you don't look a day over 35.
Oh, well, that's awesome. Because naturally, I'm not a day over the. Sorry, what?
I thought so.
Yeah.
Let me see here. What is an average day/week for you?
Oh, well, now, Deimos, the thing is, a day begins for me around 3:30 when the cats start to jump over my head.
Mm-hmm.
I go and sit down in my living room and meditate, which involves saying a mantra, and I don't know what it means, but it doesn't matter much to me. It's just to make the vegetation happen in my mind.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. Then sometimes I go back to bed for an hour. I go and sit in the bath and do my emails in my bath with the computer on the toilet. Don't think about that too deeply. And then I go into very heavy traffic for a couple of hours, and I usually am spat out around Dick and Roger's studio or sometimes Coco's studio. I go and I usually eat an enormous breakfast that distresses everybody else right before I go in. And it distresses them because it's usually chicken soup or salad or tuna fish sandwich or things that most people wouldn't put in their stomachs first thing in the morning. But since I wake up at 3:30, it's really the middle of the day. And then we make a lot of noise. And then we go to restaurants and eat food, and then we go and make more noise, and then we make more noise, and then we get in our respective cars and we make noise all the way home, and then we get home and we make a little noise, and then we go. That's really the average day. It's terribly exciting, so full of glamour.
Okay, you lost me. I mean, too complicated for me.
Sorry.
Oh, whoa. I mean, like, over my head and everything. I mean, you lost me at make noise, the first one. So.
Yeah. That's a job.
That sounds like really awesome and tiring at the same time.
Monkey. It's strangely tiring sometimes. You think, why is it tiring? All I'm doing is standing up and making noise. But it is strangely tiring sometimes. Whine, complain, rubbish.
My life is terrible. Just end it now.
No, it's awesome.
I wish I worked behind a cash register. No. For the people who do work behind cash registers, I do value your job because you get my food very quickly. Thank you.
I also value your job because I couldn't do it because I can't count and I can't follow instructions.
So you wanted the burger? No, I want the chicken. The burger.
So you're saying you like me?
Yes.
Yes.
Let me see here. All right. What did you get? How? There we go. That's the question word. How did you get involved with My Little Pony?
Well, it's just kind of a standard thing. Agents receive breakdowns from companies, the shows they have, and then they look at their roster and they go, who could we send who might possibly have a shot at getting this? And so I guess it was kind of like that. And then you go and you audition with every actor in the city, and then they narrow it down. They weed out some people, and they weed out some more people, and then it ends up between you and someone, and then that's that, really.
And then the fight to the death.
We don't mercifully don't have to like voice off against each other at the same time. You go in individually and audition by yourself. So
that would be
also
awesome.
there are situations where right before shows. Sometimes they'll cast stuff and they'll call a whole bunch of actors in, and whoever gets the part stays and does the show, and everybody else has to do what we call the walk of shame and leave right before the show. Yeah.
So you got, not like, I think it's talent. Well, no, you had the voice that they were looking for. That is really awesome.
It is awesome. It does seem a bit like hitting a target with a feather from miles away, doesn't it? But there you go.
With thousands of other feathers flying in different directions.
Yeah. Yeah.
Let me see. What were some of the other characters you voiced for? Or you tried to get?
On MLP?
Yes.
I did Philomena, the hacking, coughing bird. I did the Austrian photographer chick, whatever her name was.
What I meant was, I'm sorry, for the main six, and then were the other ponies that you tried to get or auditioned for?
What did I audition for?
Yeah, was it just Rarity, or did you try out for some of the others?
Yeah, they wouldn't let me audition for something. I can't remember what. Oh, for Twilight. They wouldn't let me audition for Twilight.
Oh.
Yeah. Don't know why, but there you go. I didn't really want to audition for Pinkie Pie because it was a bit like what was that other character I did in the old generations? Minty. It was sort of the similar writing, kind of hyperactive and fun and everything. So, and they had also said, "Don't do anything you've done before." So, so I sort of went, "Oh, well, I don't have to do that. That's fine." And I think I read for. You know what? I really can't remember. I think I read for everyone else. But what ended up happening was they couldn't find a Rarity that they liked. So that's what they sort of went, concentrate on the ones we can't find.
Oh.
So that's what I did.
Yeah, it's kind of funny that you said that they wouldn't let you voice for Twilight, even though you do in Vancouver in place of Tara, right? Like you take her parts.
Do you know what we it depends on who's got the most lines in a scene kind of thing. But when she's not here, yeah, I do sort of read in if people need it. I mean, everybody's read the script beforehand, so we don't really need to read it, but just sometimes for context and so forth, I'll read her lines, yeah.
Okay. Let me see here. Okay, we know you think your pony is best. I know it too. I know it too. But anyways, wait
a second.
What's that?
Where's the in this sentence? Why is it who is best pony? Where's the best pony? Why is the English so suddenly strange? Did someone who doesn't speak English come up with that sentence?
Excuse me, we're American, all right? This is how we talk. Who's best pony? That's all you got.
Who's best pony?
Mm-hmm. Anyways, okay. Who is the best pony other than your own?
Well, it's kind of a apples and oranges thing, right?
I know. They want you to ask.
How can you compare one completely different? It's like comparing dogs. They're all lovely.
I know. They're so cute, but yet they fight, and they have their little squabbles, and they want me to ask. I'm doing it for you, chat, even though we know Rarity's the best. Oh, well, actually, Luna's the best. Even though this is Celestia Radio, we all know Luna's the best pony. Shamrock hates me for it.
Oh, dear. I honestly couldn't answer. I think they all... Do you know what? I think the best pony is whoever gets the best dialogue. Franchement. Frankly. That's French. So, yeah. So, thus it can change from episode to episode.
Yeah. All right. Putting that down as Luna. All right. Let's see here. How did you find out about the Brony Community?
Well, I started getting email from them. I have an address on my website, and I started getting emails and people referring to themselves. I had, one gent saying, even though I'm a U.S. Marine and I feel like I've lost my man card, I have to say I'm proud to be a Brony. And I got quite a few of those, surprisingly, from a lot of people who are in the armed forces. So that's how I learned of the phenomenon.
So were you like, what do these people messaging me? Like, what? How do they know? Did you like email them back and be like, who are you? Why are you emailing me? Why are you watching this show?
No, I figure if someone's watching something, they have their reasons for watching it. I don't know what they might be, but I'm not about to diss anyone's taste or what people like to watch. It's lovely that people like to watch it.
That was a trick question. I wanted that answer. No, I'm talking nonsense now. I'm sorry.
Okay, are we talking nonsense? Vegetables, underpants, 2.5 cents.
Veggie salad.
Earwax.
Let me see here. Bum, bum, bum. Let's see. Do not ask. Oh, crap. I'm not supposed to ask that. Were you surprised when you were given Rarity? Oh, no. Well, you kind of answered that. Kind of. But you didn't say you were surprised. Were you surprised?
I was pleased.
Okay.
Because it's very much not something I had. They did say don't do anything you've done before, and I hadn't done it before. So that was kind of cool.
Okay. Alrighty. You are good. You were answering my questions before I even asked them, and then I look like a complete fool. Thank you.
Oh, sorry.
I love acting like a fool. It's
I'll
awesome.
stay one behind. I'll dog your footsteps. I'll cat your footsteps.
I love cats. Anyways,
Me too. One of them's walking over me right now.
What's its name? Or her name? His name?
Stellan.
Spillun?
Stellan.
Stellan.
Yeah, like Stellan Skarsgård.
That is an awesome cat name.
Yeah. He's very... Well, I kind of call him everything, but I call him Stelly, Watermelly, and Stellan Smellin, and Stinkpot, things like that.
Oh my gosh, that is awesome. I would love to yell that name. Stellan!
Wow, you so took it to the Marlon Brando place.
I wish... What? What place?
Stella! In the famous movie, The Streetcar Named Desire.
Oh. For some reason, I thought of Over the Hedge. With with the skunk named Stella, and the cat was like, Stella! But they were making fun of that. So...
Yes.
Yes. Oh, well, I don't know why. One of the DJs gave me this question to ask, and I'll ask it, even though I probably know the answer. Which is more fun? Well, I'm going to change this question. What qualities of Rarity and Princess Luna do you enjoy the most?
What qualities?
Like, whenever you're in the character, what quality of this voice, like what you're doing and everything and what you say or do or whatever, that one little quality that, like, really makes it awesome of this character?
Well, with Rarity, she's really, really not at all like me, or I'm not like her. So it's fun to play sort of not to type, because I'm a big hippie. Mm-hmm. I make my own sauerkraut. So it's kind of fun to be persnickety, and I loved, for example, in the episode, I don't know what it was called, but where we had the sleepover at Twilight's, me and Applejack.
Oh yeah.
And the animators drew this thing of her on the doormat, just wiping her hooves, just sort of manically before we entered the room, and I just sort of love that. Being able to match that quality vocally, that's really funny. That prissiness, I like.
All right, everybody, go and draw Rarity wiping her hooves. They'll do it. You watch. All right. What about Luna?
Noises to go with it. Kind of, I was doing it. You laugh.
No, so what about Luna?
Luna. Well, it's fun to. Ooh, I just saw a hummingbird. It's kind of fun to be all royal because I'm not all royal either. Although Luna's a little perplexing for me because she's changed so much. You know, she started as one thing with a great big stentorian voice, and
Yeah.
then the next time we saw her was the sort of halfway. You know, there was a sort of a hybridization with the big voice and the little voice, and then they were like, now it's more normal, and then I'm like, but I want to play with the other stuff more.
Yeah. We kind of noticed that. It's like, yeah, I mean, with the Halloween episode, that was like, it was a shocker. I mean, as soon as she comes in, attention! And we're like, whoa, hold up now.
Yeah.
And then like, with this next episode, the beginning of the third season or whatever, she's like talking with her sister or whatever, and she's just kind of midway and everything.
I know.
And then Scootaloo, it's like, I'm like, what happened to the royal?
I know. It's fun, isn't it? The royal stuff. Well, maybe there'll be. I don't know. It's kind of a. I like that. I like the stronger edges to a character. There's more to play, but that's not up to me. Don't get me started.
I won't get you started. We'll let you get started whenever you're off air and not recording.
Yeah, thank you.
Let's see. Now there's another character that you do that we all love. We won't mention her name, but we all know who she is. I'm not mentioning it because I'm recording, and but we all love her.
Thank you.
You are the true. Let me see here. Do you have anyone or any situation in mind whenever you get into character for the main characters that you do?
Nothing at all. Completely blank of mind. Absolute slate of pure white nothingness. I've read the script and everything, but basically, no, I don't really carry too much in. And that's the kind of the fun is that inspiration really does kind of come from absolutely nowhere, doesn't it?
Yes.
Like if you sort of go, even if with your most mundane thoughts, if you sort of try and trace back, where did that come from? Where is the origin of the thought? What's the starting point? And there's nothing really. Everything, especially everything good, comes just right out of the blue. So I think the less that's in your mind, the better.
Yeah, now that you mention it.
Mm-hmm.
Because if something's in your mind, it's taken up and you're getting out of character because you're thinking of it.
Yeah, I think when I used to work on stage, my major gift as an actor was that I was always completely able to let go of everything in the day beforehand, everything that had come before, and just be exactly in the moment of the play. And that's one of the fun things that you often get to do in cartoons is just kind of riff.
Mm-hmm.
And when you get made too conscious of stuff, sometimes it doesn't flow quite as much. If there's a lot of hands, or at least for me, if there's a lot of too much input, then I'll kind of lose my instincts. Mm-hmm. And that's, for me, the most fun is when I get to kind of get a surfboard, get on the wave, and ride the stupid.
Right on, man.
Yeah, man.
I mean, woman.
That's right. I totally like to ride the stupid because it's like excellent and everything like that.
Seriously. I don't know what you're talking about, but I totally felt it.
I can tell you're being coached by Kathy. That last sentence you said, it was like you were channeling her.
I'll tell her you said that. I'll say something like, do you know your Rarity sweetheart just said something about you? Sweet. But let's see. All right. Let us move on to this question. You are also on Littlest Pet Shop.
Yes.
As Pepper Clark.
Huh?
Could you tell us a little bit about her?
Well, Pepper is very unlike Rarity, which is a lot of fun, too, in the same kind of, I don't know, channel. I got a Christmas present from the Hub today, and I'm still scratching my head about it. It's off topic. But they sent me, I'm not a technical person of any description, and they sent me like I don't know, I think it's a battery recharger.
Really?
And yeah. And I'm still kind of thinking, thank you. But what does it mean? What do you mean? Should I recharge my batteries? Anyway, so that's my Hub Christmas present. Thank you very much, the Hub, should you be listening. Pepper Clark.
Yes.
Well, I tell you, the main difficulty that I have with Pepper is, do you know what Walla is? Has Kathy told you what Walla is, or do you know?
Walla. No, I haven't heard of it.
Well, Walla is the term that you have when you don't actually have dialogue, but they want, for example, people in a restaurant in the background.
Oh.
So you do 5 seconds of just restaurant conversation, and lots of sneaky stuff gets snuck in Walla sessions if you listen closely. But they're usually gained way, way down, so you don't hear all of the Walla. But it's anything. They have to thick up crowd scenes, so you do Walla. So frequently in Littlest Pet Shop, we have to do Walla of animal noises. Because a lot of time we're speaking, we're anthropomorphized, and we're speaking with our human voices. But then sometimes it's from the perspective of humans. So they say, "Do your animals squeaky, monkey, skunky?" But does a skunk do? What noise does a skunk make? You can't find that on the internet. I have no idea what noise a skunk. I had a skunk stuck in a box of bone meal for the garden in the summertime, wedged all the way in to a box of bone meal and wandering around the yard blindly. But even then, it didn't really do much in the way of noise. So
that's tough.
Yes. See, acting is hard.
It's like, okay, you're a giraffe.
Go.
Make a noise. I'm really tall. Yeah, and like, okay, so where are we at right now? We just saw the episode of, what was it? Holy crap. Wow, I'm drawing a blank right now. Oh, the can stacker, was it? Yeah, Penny Lang, and all of them get stuck in the elevator, that's it.
Right.
And Penny Lang, not Penny Lang. No. Pepper and Zoe and Minka are all in this, and Blythe are all in this elevator. Mm-hmm. And so there was a lot of stuff. I'm like, how it's like a lot of that where it's like, okay, well now you need to grunt in this way, but then grunt in this way kind of thing. It's like, it's amazing to hear. It's like, okay, so you're standing up, you get pushed down, you get rolled over. I need to hear those 3 grunts and a roll. Is what I heard, and it sounded amazing. But then it's like how that coaching or the direction and then you taking it is just kind of mind-blowing to think about how they connect that all together.
Yeah. Well, they already have templates for the type of action that they want. They already have, I think a lot of it's already in the stage direction. And I tend to put in, when I see duck roll cover, I tend to put it right in to everyone's annoyance, because usually they want to put them in separately just so that they make sure that they cover everything. Mm-hmm. But I've done a number of shows where I just stick in my own Walla, because that's also considered Walla. It's sort of additional dialogue that's not dialogue, or additional soundy sounds. Mm-hmm. That's the technical term. Take that to the bank. Right. And
writing that down.
Write that down. Soundy sounds. They're good.
I'll have to remember this one.
Yeah. Yes. Full of those technical terms. I love Terry Klassen's recent technical term is schnorky poo. Can't use that one. It's got a schnorky poo in it.
Oh, the schnorky poo.
The schnorky poo, where you've got kind of weird nasal sound.
Yeah.
Involuntary nasal sounds.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
I'd like to do that again. I got some snorky poo in there.
Got the snorky poo.
What are you on? Nothing. These are technical terms. If they're over your head, get caught up. Thank you.
That's right. That's right. Get your team on the ice.
All right. So Nicole Oliver
Yes, sir.
does kind of that prim and proper Zoe Trent.
Yes, sir.
Do you ever like go, well, Rarity's the better. Prim and proper. Zoe ain't got nothing.
It's a completely different kind of, she's also kind of prissy and yada yada, but it's a completely different voice.
Yeah.
And Nick comes by it naturally. I say that with great love because she's the awesomest human being, but she's definitely closer to character than I am.
Oh, really? I mean, you can tell. She's like, Zoe's more of the high class, I'm living in a mansion kind of voice, and then Rarity's more of, I'm a fashionista thingamajig, so...
Yeah, she's more OCD. Is that right? But yes, obsessive compulsive disorder.
Actually, it's CDO because they spelled it wrong. It's got to be in alphabetical order, so...
Oh, CDO.
No.
Is it hyphenated?
I'm just joking. No. Only people with OCD get it, so I know that non-OCDers. Anyways, I'm done. Yeah. I'm on a sidetrack. Anyways, people are like, wait, why is he talking so much? Make him shut up. I'm sorry, chat. Let me see here. Lastly, do you have anything really exciting planned for this year?
Well, I'm very bad at planning. I tend to make my best plans, like my best everything, 2 minutes before I'll do something.
It's the best time.
Sorry?
I said it's the best time.
It is the best time. It's really so no, in a word, I have nothing exciting planned. And possibly nothing exciting will happen, but exciting things tend to happen. I just never know when they're going to happen, which is awesome.
Yeah. It's all one big surprise.
Yes.
So
are you exhausted?
No. Well, I can't be. In like an hour, I have acting class. I can't be tired.
You got your acting class with the Kathy?
No, a physical acting class tonight.
Oh, that's good. That's good. It's really good. It helps not to be a boring actor, like to not just focus on voice work, but to do all the disciplines or as many as it just enriches the pot the more things you try. Yeah.
And of course my acting teacher is Italian. So and has wavy, flowy hair and everything. So the typical, I don't know, hero actor Italian.
Oh. A hero actor Italian. I'm not familiar with the type. Is the Italian, does he have an Italian accent?
Well, kinda. He's very blunt too. I mean, if it was terrible, he's like, yeah, it sucked.
You suck.
And I'm like, thank you for your true advice and not sugarcoating.
All right.
Let's see. Anything else you'd like to say? Any kind of voices you'd like to throw out? Just be like, hey, what's up?
Hey, what's up? Well, I'd like to wish everyone a happy New Year. And a very happy New Year. A prosperous, imagination-filled, brilliant, juicy, frabjous New Year. And I don't think I want to throw out any voices. I'm going to keep them. I'm going to put them on ice.
Okay. All right.
In the freezer.
All right. So I guess that's it for the interview. Yes, people, it's very unprofessional. It's very fun. I like fun interviews. So the people in the chat here, so unprofessional. And
are you talking to people at the same time?
Well, I'm not typing to them. I'm watching them. And they're like typing. They're like, this is so unprofessional. I'm like, what's fun about being professional? All right, people, we're here with Tabitha St. Germain. She does voices. Hey, Tabitha, we're going to ask you some questions. We're going to be very, very professional.
Fine. Very good. I
Yeah.
shall answer professionally. What would you like to know?
What voices do you do?
Oh, dear. Well, now,
Okay.
like we've been there before.
That's so professional. We're going to end it right there. It's too professional for me to handle. My body wasn't ready. So professional. So yeah. Anyway, so let's end this non-professional, super fun, tastic, awesome interview. Tabitha, thank you again for coming on to Celestia Radio, and even at such short notice. It was like yesterday.
Yes, it was. Thank you, Mr. Foxx. Mr. Fox at Foxx.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you very much for talking to me, and so I was looking for a conclusion, and I just can't find one.
So yeah.
Yeah, there you
terrible.
go, drifting off unprofessionally. Sigh.
Sigh. All right, so let's just end this. So, anyways, bye everybody.
Bye, everyone.